Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 2 of the FreckleVerse. This episode we are submitting ourselves to a little bit of torture. Yep, we are going to be working with villagers. That is the entire episode. Everything to do with villagers. We're going to be making this area into a villager-powered farm, which is going to be awesome. And then we're also going to be making an iron farm, which is great. But first, I know you guys are all waiting and wondering, did the grass grow? And the answer is yes. Yes, it did. Look at all of this. We've cleaned up this area here. And look at this. It is looking absolutely awesome. This grass is all through here. I've left some holes, which hopefully will mean that it will come through here. I might need to add a little bit of light to let it come through. And hopefully it'll grow and spread to everywhere else in this farming area. So first up on the list is the iron farm, of course. We got to get rid of these stone tools. They've been bothering me for too long. So let's get an iron farm going so we can get into the Iron Age, get some buckets, get some stone tools, get some iron tools, and that should be absolutely awesome. We're going to be set and ready to attack everything else that's going to be in this episode. So let's get to it. I really have a tendency to fail at making iron farms, so hopefully that doesn't continue. But this is the spot that we've chosen, so let's pray for a good outcome. That was infinitely easier than when we weren't able to use leads on boats. And we have all 3 of our villagers here. They're ready to go down here once it comes to night. And hopefully we'll be able to get the zombie into this hole as well. And then it's just a matter of spawn-proofing the entire area, which shouldn't be too difficult. And then, of course, we've got to cover it in a beautiful build. The immediate disappointment is crazy. Right, well that's all of the beds cleared out, so now we should hopefully be able to get the villagers in. Man, you see what I mean when I say that I have a bad run with iron farms? What do you mean? Just go into the bed! We do have a zombie, so let's get you over here. Oh, there's an iron golem. Does that mean it worked? Ah! Oh no! Oh! Oh no! We do have a zombie in there. The farm is actually done. Well, I want to say that this was a success, but I really just don't know if it was. I mean, the amount of creeper holes that I'm now going to have to fill in, at least the villagers got in correctly. We've got a zombie, so this has actually gone very well somehow. And Big Guy is out here enjoying his life, so seems like it went alright to me. I mean, it's a working iron farm. Let's just kill this guy. Oh no. Well, there's our first death. We made it through all of episode 1 without a death, and now we have died. To an iron golem of all things. Right, let's see if they can spawn another one. So, ooh. And we've got a golem. What a great farm we have. Might as well spawn-proof the farm while we're here. Now that we're all spawn-proofed, let's fill up this bucket with water and funnel all of the iron golems into one spot. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Hello, iron golem. Nope. There's no way I've died twice doing the same thing. What? Am I about to get bodied again? No. Now all that's left is to get some lava, which is not an easy task, unfortunately. Oh! And I gotta place down my sign. Can't forget that. Look how beautiful it is. Okay, the sign is in place. I'm not sure if it'll burn or not. I guess we'll find out if it starts burning. Well, that was a lot of shenanigans, but I found out that signs are not actually flammable. And so I've used them here, and it's looking good, and the farm is working perfectly. It would be really cool if an iron golem spawned behind me right now. Perfect. And look at this go. I mean, it is just perfect. So I'm going to go AFK here for a little bit, and then we'll come back, see how much iron we've got, and we'll go from there. Let's go. Well, it has been just about half an hour, so let's have a look at the results. That's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 4 stacks, 3 and a bit, 3.5 stacks of iron in half an hour. I'm pretty happy with that, so let's go and get geared up and get to it. Well, before we build around this little iron farm, we have one more village task to do. Well, we actually have 2 more village tasks to do. One of them is building a villager breeder. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually put that inside our base so we can have infinite villagers for later on. So let's go ahead and move some villagers over to our base and then get on to making that breeder. I actually said that in the wrong order. We're going to be making the farm and then bringing the villagers over, because why would we bring villagers over to nothing? Alright, so I've gotten and dug out this little area here, which is going to be the villager breeder, and I've just laid out a couple of carrots. So this is what we've got going for us at the moment. Obviously, there'll be more once these grow in, and hopefully this will all work and the villagers will breed up successfully. I do need a composter in there, and then that should be all good. Obviously, we do have a little bit of intrusion coming in from the cow and animal area, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but it's not too bad, so that's okay. We also couldn't go any further this way because that's where the main area is, but that's fine. This should still work just fine at the moment. So down here, this is the area that we've got so far, and this is where the villagers are going to be coming in. I'm not going to keep this as cobblestone. This is just a placeholder, don't worry. So they're going to fall down into here, and then when the babies grow up, they'll float, and then they'll end up in this area. So that's how it works. So now I just have to get some villagers in here, and they should hopefully get working, and we should get a whole heap of villagers for us. So let's go do that. So this is what has happened. We've mined out all of this area, we've placed down the dirt, and we've got a couple of carrots growing as well. So that will be enough to populate this entire area with carrots, and then we're going to need potatoes on this side, which I'll get to in just a moment. We've got everything down here, and these guys are probably going to be starting to make some baby villagers soon. You can see we've got already fully grown carrots in here. So production is looking good. Hopefully we'll get some baby villagers. If not, that would be pretty disappointing. All right, I'm just going to go AFK, and hopefully we get some baby villagers in here. What? How are you not in here? How is this? How are you out? What is going on? Okay, so the villager breeder does appear to be working, which is great. So I'm going to now go AFK again, and hopefully we can get more than 2. We only need 4, so this is halfway. So hopefully it won't take too long now that the villagers are breeding. So let's go ahead and do that. I have a little something to show you. I managed to get myself some little puppies. Look at these guys, they're so cute. But I don't have any names for these guys, so if you have a name, chuck it down in the comments, and maybe you can be the one to name these beautiful doggos. Okay, so now the entire walls of the farms have been done, and we've got a couple more villagers in this area right here. We've got 4 in total, which is good. And hopefully there's some baby villagers in here. Yep, there's just one. So they're still producing. This is great. Over here, I did have some villagers escape with all the shenanigans that happened. So we do already have our 2 villagers in the crop field. So now all we need to do is actually build the technical part of the farm. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. We're going to get a hopper going into a chest. As you can see, you can kind of see it's going into the chest. And then we're going to get a rail on top of it with a minecart hopper on top like that. Perfect. And then we're just going to get a villager in there, and that should work perfectly. Right, so now we just need to get our villagers into these spots, and this farm should be completely done. Well, this is now done, so looking absolutely awesome, but there is a little bit of a problem, and that is that it looks pretty bad. I mean, we've got just cobblestone walls, we've got weird dugouts in the roof, this is made of dirt. You know, it looks kind of temporary. It does the job, but it looks a little bit interesting, to say the least. So we're going to need to do a little bit of work here in building and making this look absolutely awesome. I do like this sort of setup with the chests, so I'm going to keep that, but I think the rest of it is going to get built up. But first, let's change the scene and go back to the iron farm, because we need to build that up as well. And I have a great idea of what we're going to do. So let's go and do that. Okay, I've got a very cluttered inventory at the moment, but this is all the resources that we are going to use to build the iron farm decoration build, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what to call it. Okay, so the farm spawn proofing goes out to here, but I am going to build my design a little bit further out. So the boundaries have kind of been laid out. So the plan is to build a maze with an iron golem statue on top in the center of the maze. So that's the plan. So let's do it. I've never built a maze before, so I think what I'm going to do is figure out the dimensions of this area, and then we will go ahead and make a maze, not in Minecraft, on like a piece of paper or something, I'm not sure. And then I'll go ahead and build it in Minecraft. Okay, well, I am back and I've made my maze, but I think I need to make the center part first before I dive into the maze. We'll just outline it, because otherwise I'm going to get caught and I'm not going to know what to do in the maze. So let's go ahead and make just a sort of outline for the center bit. This is now all set up and ready to go, but I am going to flatten out this little bit of land here, because this does all need to be flat, even going into the mountain. So let's go ahead and do that. So this area is looking extremely flat, so that's looking absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and start placing down the dirt in the shape of the maze, just to outline it so we can start getting this thing together. Well, I've got a large assortment of leaves here, so hopefully this is enough, but it's not going to be, I already know that. So we're going to have to go and collect more leaves halfway through, but this is certainly a good start. So let's hit the time lapse. And that is also the stone completely finished. So we've got the leaves done, we've got the stone done. The only thing left to do is make everything on the floor path blocks, just to make it consistent. But it is basically finished. Okay, so now that we've finished the maze, it is time to build a statue in the middle. And this is going to be a statue of an iron golem, hopefully. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it is looking kind of chonky, but I think it's fine until you get up close and then it just gets more and more weird the closer you are. No, it looks good. I like it. Now, the one thing that is a bit of a problem is I don't actually have an entry point. Let's just fix that. Perfect. So now that is all complete. We can go in and look at all of our beautiful resources. And let's see how much iron we've gotten from building the decorations of this farm. We do not need to go here anytime soon. I mean, look at all this. This is a ridiculous amount of iron. So I'm pretty happy with that. Well, we have certainly entered the Iron Age, and it is looking absolutely fantastic. We've got our chunky iron golem behind us, and we are looking cool in our beautiful iron armor. So, we are all set to go for the rest of the next couple of episodes, but that does bring us to the end of this episode. So, I hope you guys all have a great week. God bless you all, and I'll see ya in the next one.